Hey, good morning.
The real nitty gritty. Boots on the ground. The real nitty gritty. Boots on the ground. The real nitty gritty. Boots on the ground. The real nitty gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this. Thank y'all for joining me, especially the NTZ. Thank y'all for everything that you do, making this a peaceful and respectable live stream. The subject today is, when you come into the Philippines for the first time, the benefits of being a giant. I always give you the 360 anyway. I'll wait for a few more people to get on here. I see what you're saying, Jay. Yeah, but that's why I did both. He said great Jovian, but giants have just as many, if not more, memorable experiences, brother. The freedom to move about and no strings is powerful. The Joe has handcuffs stepping off the plane. Yeah, there's pros and cons to both. And everybody doesn't make a good giant because, if you're a giant, you really have to have an outgoing personality, just in my opinion, to be able to, meet strangers and be comfortable around, strangers. See, as a Joe, when you come in, the girlfriend experience is going to root you in the culture right away. After the first hour or two, you're going to be comfortable with each other. And, it's just pros and cons for both. Hey, Jason Flint. Yeah, I'm glad you got to hear the real nitty gritty song, man. I was on my phone last time, so I couldn't play it. I'm glad you were here. Hey, Mr. Chilpy said you guys seen the new visa categories. I can't find it. I've been looking for it. Somebody said, did I know about the new visa requirements? And I was like, well, I hope they don't make it too difficult. I mean, it's bad enough. That's one of the things that put the Philippines above the rest of these countries. Their visa policies, imagine coming to the Philippines on a tourist visa and you can stay for 3 years. I don't know if you can beat that. Anybody know of another country that does that, especially over here in Southeast Asia? This damn Delta variant is really, really on the prowl over here, man. This may shut it down. Depending on how they handle it, man, this may shut it down for 2022, man. It's getting ridiculous over here. It's only a matter of time they're going to shut us down. Usually it's like whatever, excuse me, whatever they do in Manila, they usually just do all around the Philippines. And Bacolod City is our Manila. And they already have Delta variants in Antique, which is right next to Iloilo City, which is right next to Bacolod. And once it goes down, see these urban cities, Bacolod's an urban city. You're not going to escape the Delta. It's going to hit that. And they're telling you to do a family lockdown here. And I put something on my Facebook page even before that. I said, man, don't wait for the government to tell you what to do. Stay at home, man. Come out only if you have to. And then they come up with this family lockdown. They're saying, look, the head of the household over here needs to tell everybody to stay in the house, only to go out if you're going to the doctor, if you're going to the grocery store, essential things. Otherwise, you don't need to be going anywhere. But, of course, we put a sign on the gate, but it might as well have been a welcoming sign because people just ignore it. They come right on in, man. But, yeah, this Delta variant Hey, Terry Dale, Todd Johnson, I see y'all, Mr. Chip. What is it, Mr. Chip? Yeah, I'm going to do another update in the morning. I'll give them a couple of days. I'm going to go back there because I got to take them some bread. And if they put that roof on there already, then I'll do the update. Hey, Smoky Mountain Modeler, what's going on? Wonders of Life. Let me see. Brad Jones said, what's the Coconut Network? Yeah, well, it's just how word travels fast in the Philippines. You know, even though it's vast and all these islands are separated, Philippines has this sense of community going on, and eventually it'll get around to what you're doing. Like, you know, like heard it through the grapevine. Yeah. Self-Awareness TV, what's going on? Love Beat Muse, what's up, man? Come on, guys, tell me about these new visa categories. I've been looking all over, I can't find it. What's up, John? Depending on what goes on, John, I don't know if we'll be meeting Friday or not, man. You know, this Delta variant's real transmissible. I don't think I want to be in McDonald's. If you don't live in my house, basically, I don't want to be around you till this thing clears up. At least till I get my vaccination, because I'm like a sitting duck over here, man. You know, and that'd be, you know, people always ask me, what are you going to do about your visa situation? Listen, if I don't get vaccinated sometime soon, I'm leaving anyway on my own. I'm not going to wait for my visa situation, man. I'm not going to sit over here and die. You know, and all the experts and doctors and scientists are saying this is the worst time to be unvaccinated, you know, and I can't get it. I want it. Hey, Philip Cooper, good to see you, brother. He's in Huntington Beach, California. But when you coming back, is it this month, Phil? DG says, I used to be a John, now I'm a Joe. Well, see, it's easier to go from a John to a Joe than a Joe to a John. In my opinion, it's a whole lot easier. Remember, as a John, when you come over here, the biggest benefits, I think, is, you know, like J.H. said earlier, you know, you're free to roam around, you know, you can look, because you're going to look when you get over here, man. You might as well look with impunity. You don't have to worry about all that tampo and all that stuff like that. The John doesn't worry about tampo, okay? And then he doesn't have to meet the family, doesn't have to buy all these old stupid souvenirs and all these old fancy clothes trying to impress the woman over here. She ain't looking at your clothes anyway, really. You know, but that's our Western mindset when we get over here. You know, by the time you leave the airport, the Joe's already behind the 8 ball with the money. See, the John doesn't have to worry about it. There's no promises that he has to make. There's no visa application he has to fill out, guys. Listen to me. I'm just saying, on your first trip over here, it may be your first couple of trips, it may be beneficial to try the John thing. You know, to be honest with you, man, because it's a lot of benefits both ways. But because you don't know a whole lot about the Philippines, and you may not have the outgoing personality that makes a John successful over here, you may want to be a Joe, you know. Hey, Arlene Paraguya says, sir, find me a man who's going to love me as well as my kids. Well, they're on here, but I'm going to tell you, if you got kids, you better be an 8, 9, or 10. And then some guy said a 3 in the Philippines is like a 6 in America. No, you're not in America. A 3 is a damn 3. Don't come over here with that old crazy exchange rate. When it comes to that, it don't work. A 3 over here is a 3. You don't want a 3 over here. You don't want to come 8,000 miles for a 3. Okay? And then one guy says, well, hell, this is another misconception. He says, I want a 3. He says, because they don't get all the attention. He said the attention Everybody wants the 8, 9, and 10. No, the threes are the one everybody is jumping on over here, man. You know, because it's easy. Hey, thanks, Travel Mike, for that super chat. He said, I learned a 5-year lesson. Just call me Travel Joe. hey, brothers and ladies. Yeah, well, I guess that's in between. They said it's a Jack, but I don't even want to confuse anybody else no more with this Jack. You either Joe or John in my book. Hey, what's that? Land's Neck, bravo. What's up, Sam Champion? Glad you could join us, man. Jeff Dingle, what's up, man? WT said Houston's in the house. Yeah, you know, it's just some things you need to think about, you know, because especially even if you're going to be a Joe, don't come over and get married the first 2 weeks. You know, give it some time, you know. That's for sure. Lady 2 Cutie says, can you explain the process of an American working in the Philippines? I hope TJ Johnson's on here because he's actually an American working in the Philippines. I'm sure he works for an American company. There's a certain type of visa that you need. And, you know, they've got a lot of different visas over here. I don't have any boots on the ground experience working over here. What's up, Carl Vines? Derek? Wow, Love Beat Muse says passport wait time in America could be 9 months to 2 years, and you may not be able to register for one. What? What's going on? Hey, JH, he said 2 steps closer, brother. Oh, okay. What, you fully vaccinated, and what are you now? You make your reservations for Thailand? What's going on, Love Beat Muse? What are you talking about? Wait time 9 to 2 years. Wow. Well, you better not if you got your passport already, don't let it expire. Anyway, go ahead and renew it when you're supposed to. And if you're over here, you can actually go to the consulate or to the embassy and have your passport renewed. That is one good thing that they do over here. They don't do a whole lot for you over here, but that's one thing that they do. What's up, Mr. Chip? Good morning. Wayne Williams says they have already made it difficult. Philippines doesn't want tourism. Oh yeah, they want it. They're worried more over here about the economy than the people, it seems like. It's just my humble opinion. What's up, Robert Sanford? Don't be sending that girl no money over here. I saw that look in your eye when you called me the other day. Something's going on with you and that young lady. And you never met her before. Now, you've been to Thailand, but this isn't Thailand. It doesn't count. You don't get some Thailand waiver. All right? Hey, Jerry McLeod, what's going on? South Carolina, man. Glad you could join us. I'm glad everybody could join us. Jacob Tanjay's back. You'll be getting on that hamster wheel pretty soon, man. Look, I'm telling y'all now, sell that hamster wheel and come on over and join me. Because it's quiet, man. You can literally hear a pin drop over here. It's so quiet. Noel Davis said, hello, Brother Calvin. Are you able to get the vaccine? I am, but, man, I'm way in the back. I want it now. But I'm way in the back. And that may be the only reason that I will leave on my own. Because I'm not going to be a sitting duck over here. I've got a sign on my gate right now. No entry without a mask and a shield and social distancing. But they ignore it. They walk right by it. And I don't want to be, I don't want the COVID. I think I've had it, but I don't even want it because I don't want to be stuck for 2 weeks in one of these government facilities over here. I pay for my own hotel if I have to, but I don't want to do that. But yeah, brother, I can get it. And as a U.S. citizen, foreigners over here, the Philippines are going to give it to us at no cost, like everybody else. But you got to get in line. It's the frontliners first and the essential workers like that. Then it's the senior citizens. Then it's people with who are vulnerable to the virus, like if you get high blood pressure, that sort of thing, diabetes, kidney problems. And then I'm with everybody else. Hey, Matthew, thanks for the super chat. He said you were right to be a giant at first. It's about freedom, learning, and getting your sea legs. That's right. Be patient and find lust. He said love will come soon enough. I couldn't have said any better, Matthew. And that's why I tell guys, see, because when I came over the first time, I promise you I was a John, even though I didn't even know the difference. I didn't come over. I wasn't looking for a girlfriend. I just wanted to. I was in that phase of my life because I just got out of divorce. I'm trying to come over. I'm trying to travel the world. That I wanted to be with some women over, but I wasn't looking for a long-term relationship. I wasn't looking for a wife, certainly. And I enjoyed myself. It was only on that second trip that I start getting my emotions involved, man. I'm telling you, man, it's too soon, man. I should have just, went on and stayed, like this one of my subscribers, a crypto John. That's what he called it. Because when I told John, John was saying, my girlfriend, he calls her wife. He said, my wife, when the electric went out, she fanned me for 6 hours. I said, yeah, John, she's protecting your investment. I said, you're her Bitcoin, John. And the guy says, yeah, he's crypto John. And that's what I should have stayed, a crypto John. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said, hey, brother, you probably covered it already. Can you not go to the VA and get vaccinated at an American-owned facility? Absolutely. You have to make, as a veteran, you have to, and our spouses and dependents, but imagine the problems I would have to go through to get to Manila right now. See? That would be the drawback. I'd have to catch the bus to Bacolod, then fly from Bacolod to Manila. Of course, I need the swab test. I need, permission to get there and all that. I mean, my last resort is leaving to go home. My second one will be going into Manila. See? But even then, you got to make an appointment. And I was talking to my friend who lives up there in Luzon, Nick Martinez. He said it's a long wait. So either way it goes, Mike, if I can just go to America, hell, I can get up and go to Walgreens, CVS, or anybody and get the damn vaccine. It's just so simple, man. Hey, Yusuf, Omar Habib, he said, hey, Cal, I just ordered my pizza and ready to watch your show. Man, I wish John was here, but with this Delta, see, we may have to put that show into suspension, man, because I can't look at nobody and tell if they've got COVID or not, so it's better just to treat everybody as if you got COVID. David Taylor says when you're going to do an apartment search, what's he saying now? When are you going to do an apartment search video or house renting video? I've done that. We've done a couple of those. Hey, man, Buntag. No, thank you. On my channel. And it's easy over here. That's one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of those. I want to remind you of something, that there's no country in the world where you can come and get established as fast as you can here. There's no vetting. There's no credit checks. There's no, background checks and none of that. If you got the money, you come over, then 24 hours. Of course, you already got the woman. You can have your apartment, your car, all the furnishings, and everything, man, within 24 hours. Hey, TJ Johnson, thanks for that super chat. He says, you better tell them to get the John out of your system. P. Burgos in Makati Mango Square in Cebu. Angolese are not. YMMV. Otherwise, you'll have a bad case of the wandering eyes walking around here. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. And as if you come as a Joe and you're going to get in trouble, you better come over here as a John and go ahead and, get your run out, get that run out of you. Because if you come over here, man, and paint yourself in a corner and you got that 3 waiting for you at the airport, man, you're going to be miserable, man. You're going to be miserable when you go to that mall. Because she's proud of you. She's going to hold your hand and she may even put her arm around you to let them know this is mine. And that's the mark of the beast right there. It's hard to escape that. So yeah, come over here and have enjoy your freedom, man, for a little while. Roy Jones says our hospital's full there. Not yet. And it's funny you brought that up because I was going to read this. The guy says if we don't hurry up and lock down, you're looking at 30,000 cases a day. Okay, right now, the Philippines was 8,735 new cases. It was the 4th straight day the cases are over 8,000. And he said if you don't lock down, that's going to be something like 30,000 cases. And then, best case scenario under this variant is 18,000 cases a day. He said the hospitals will be full, ICUs are full within about 4 to 5 weeks. Derek Casanara says, did the young lady ever hear from her dad? No, not yet. We still got some tricks up our sleeve, Derek. One of them is she's writing him a letter once a week. But we've actually got his ex-wife's phone number and his brother's number. If we want to, if he doesn't answer that way, we're just trying to get him, not him really, her, to connect with her father. That's all she wants. She don't want anything from him. But you know how we think over that. It's the reason why this man, it has to be the only reason why he doesn't pick up that phone and talk to this woman. Because he thinks he owes something, back child support or something like that. But you can't run forever. I mean, who wants to live a life like that? You're running and stuff like that, man. It's crazy. What's up, Harold Kemp? Yeah, I'm staying safe, man. I want to take that vaccination, but I'm way in the end of the line, man. John Wells says, I hear you, Calvin. I might get my second shot on Thursday. That's when her mother's going for her second shot. So you might be right, John, because now, according to the Philippines, you didn't take the Sinovac, though, did you, John? It said the second dose should be administered 28 days from the first dose. And a lot of people here are forsaking their second dose. They're not showing up. And then a lot of these barangays, they're giving the vaccine supply that's reserved for the second dose, they're giving it as a first dose. And, I tell you, man, it's something over here right now. King Mufasu. Yeah, brother, thank you, man, but I won't be needing no more information. We know all we need to know, that he's a coward. And, all cowards have their day eventually. I'll just leave it at that. Frank L said, Cal, check Rike's channel. He has the lowdown on the V situation. Well, hell, Frank, the way you told me, I thought you had the information. I want you to give it to me. Because I don't really deal in a lot of hearsay, really. Because I'm looking, man. I went on the Bureau of Immigration. I went on, of the Philippines, went on their website, went on to travel.state.gov. and I didn't see anything new. Hey, Gregory Calhoun, he says, hey, Calvin, what's going on? I enjoy your video on the John and Joe. Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just a conscious decision that you're going to have to make. Thank you. And there's no right or wrong. I would suggest that for your first couple of trips over here, that you be a John, you know, or as close to a John, or at least be single. Don't paint yourself in the corner, man, because like TJ said earlier, you need to get that run out of you. Go to Mango Square in Cebu City, P. Burgo Street in Makati, Angeles City, you know, Walking Street, wherever you need to go and get that run out of you, man. Because if you over here as a Joe, man, you're going to have whiplash syndrome. You better have some good sunglasses, man. Okay, Philip Cooper said, yes, sir. Supposed to return to Manila on August 27th. So what do you mean you're supposed to? Billy says, I'm a John. So excited. My first trip when they open up. Yeah. And, you know, just remember, Johns, you know, if you're going to do that conventional John approach where you're paying for your services, prostitution is tolerated over here, but it's not legal. Okay, I just want to put that out there. Hey, Michelle Dorsonville, what's going on? Stephen Francis said they better do something fast. Lady Too Cutie says, thank you, Calvin. Do you have information on bringing your pet dog? I got myself a pit bull. No, I don't. You know, I was just, my first time when I came over here, I had no information at all. I just wanted to come to the Philippines. I bought me a ticket. I looked at one, it was, I forgot what a chat room. I didn't know a whole lot about it. I did know I didn't want to go to Manila. And I just got on the plane and came over here. I was fortunate that the people in the Philippines are so nice. Otherwise, man, I'd have been in trouble. Don't do that, by the way, guys. That's why my channel's here. Don't do it, because you may land in enemy territory. See, I could have landed somewhere where I wasn't supposed to. I got lucky, man. I was fortunate. What's up, James Lyons? Derek Casanova says, just don't go to Angeles City. What? So you can't? What? I thought, what? So Blowjob Alley is gone from there. I've never been there. I heard about it. I love the child says, I'm walking on the hamster wheel now, not running it. Leave. I hear you, man. Ray Bishop said, yeah, how many good-looking girls are sitting home because guys think their card is full? I don't understand what you're saying, Rich. How many good-looking girls sitting home because guys think the card is full? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Explain that to me. Oh, okay, JH said Calvin, he's in the pending final approval for financially secure move. I hear you, man. I tell you what. TJ Johnson says, doing the last 30 of my morning the right way, live and set to thrive with the SSS crew. Do you work third shift, TJ? Are your clients in the United States? Or do you work, you know, regular in the morning over here? Hey, Des is Hangout Haven. Good morning. Okay, Cal. Devin, what's going on? And you didn't know, you didn't tell us the other day he, you know, 7 women he went through or he ran through over here. So you was a John from the beginning, Cal. You wasn't no Joe. You was masquerading as a Joe. What's up, Sam Champ? He said, Calvin, wife and I got some disposable masks in the next shipment. Okay, I appreciate it, man. They tell you over here now to get that N95 mask, the one that makes you look like a chicken. You're going to look funny, but at least you're going to be protected. Yeah, they say the regular mask don't work against that variant, that Delta. Frank Ellis said, what's the senior citizen age in the Philippines? It's 60. What's up, Sal? What's going on, brother? Yeah, Roy Jones said, my hamster wheel's collecting dust. I'm retired. I hear you, man. I gave mine away. I had it for sale. A gently used hamster wheel. I just gave it away. I said, I don't need it. You know, they say never say never. I'm never getting on that hamster wheel again. I don't need it. It's gone. What's up, Ron Bizzle? Brad Jones said John Coin. Now he's Crypto John. He says going interstellar next Tuesday. Now he's Crypto John. Hey, Monroe Smith, good morning. Yeah, Soft Lad 25 says, hey, Calvin, our government are saying you can still catch it even if you had vaccinations. Yeah, but see, that's not the point. The point is you won't die from it, and it's not going to affect you as severely as it would if you were unvaccinated. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the good thing about having the vaccine. It's not going to attack you as severely, and you're probably not going to die from it. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry as far as I'm concerned. And that's the truth. Hey, thanks, TJ Johnson, for the super chat. He says, I work a split, 6 to 10 a.m. and 6 to 10. Oh, man, that's beautiful. I have colleagues, employees, and others located here. EMEA and APAC. Got to keep my gilded hamster wheel in motion, man. That's love right there, though. 6 to 10, and then I could do that. Yeah, that's the golden hamster wheel you got over there. See, I could work something like that. Let's see. Daz's Hangout Haven says, if you are looking for a Filipino for a long-term relationship, take your time. Don't rush. Don't be desperate. If a Filipino likes you, she will let you know. Yeah, but don't bring that, if she's a 3, that conversion table don't work over here. Or if she's a 3 in the Philippines, she's a 6 in America. Well, no, you're not in America when you come over here. If she's a 3 over here, she's a 3. Okay? Don't fool yourself. You get stuck with a 3 over here if you want to. There ain't nothing worse than a 3 with Tampo. Now, I won't deal with Tampo, but I don't want no 3. Okay, Travel Mike, just curious. Yeah, that would be a long trip for me, Mike. And I thought I was getting ready to take that Johnson the other day. I was excited. I got there, man, the line was out. I mean, trust me. And see, Filipinos, they're a lot more patient than me. They were waiting those long lines like that. Westerners, you can't do it, man. I mean, these are just long lines. I mean, it's just like eternity and back. You can't do it. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said, the only problem I have living in the Philippines full time is I have a wetback 16-year-old son. We're very close. We take jujitsu together. I can't be away long. Yeah, and everybody's situation is different, you know, to be honest with you. Bring him over here when he's on summer break. Everett Brown said, Cal, if necessary, you would come home for the shot. Absolutely. And, you know, Guam is just a 4-hour flight from here, you know. But, yeah, I mean, because my life, is worth, you know, more than that shot, man. You know, I'm one of them. I'd rather be safe than sorry type deals. Oh, okay. Jason Flint said, Calvin, for your information, I made moves this weekend to start my residual income, so my 5-year plan is now in effect. Can you speak about happiness like meeting a Filipina? She gets security and I get companionship. Yeah, but see, that's an unspoken agreement, Jason. That's all that is. See? And that's why, I tell guys, don't have a problem with that when you come over here. I mean, you're going to pay for everything. You're going to buy for everything. You're going to have to take care of her because she has nothing. But she's going to give you that companionship, that, the girlfriend experience, it a lot of times, man, it turns into morphs into love, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Not that it matters, but me and my girlfriend, we're in love, man. I honestly believe it. But it's not a guarantee. It's nothing guaranteed, man. It's not a requirement. I wouldn't care if she loved me or not. I'm happy. See, remember I did the video already. My girlfriend loves me. She wants me for my money and a new life, but I don't care. Because I'm going to have the new life anyway. Well, if you want to join me here, that's fine. But if not, I'll replace you. I'll just put somebody else in that spot. But I'm still going to be happy. But, yeah, Jason, don't let that bother you, man. Because, you come over here, you build that happiness. And then you put the woman right in the middle of that, man. And you're going to have a life selection over here. Philip Cooper said, where's Moonshiner at, Cal? Go get your blood checked to see what your antibody level is at. You can't live in fear of this. Your immunity may be very strong. No, I'm not afraid, Philip. That's not what I'm saying. I want my freedom. See, you don't understand. You've been over in America too long. Over here, if you don't have your if you're unvaccinated, they're telling you to stay at home. Do not come outside. There's not a law, but they said they're going to have the police escort you back home. That's all I'm saying. I'm not afraid of it. But I am afraid that I may pass it on to somebody else who's vulnerable and who may die. See? Jeff Dingle says, I'm coming soon as it opens, but it's too late for me to be a John or Joe. She's really good to me. Well, if you and her are in a relationship, are you married, then it makes you a Joe. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Phil Cooper. John is a moderator. He's on here. Elvin Brown said, Johns are all paid for play. Well, we're all paid for play, but John is not, he's not in handcuffs. It's all paid for play. You're going to have to pay for everything over here. They don't have anything when they get over here. But the negotiator in between her legs. That's the negotiator. Okay? That's what she's got. And you work it out from there. It's just, Yeah, TJ Johnson says, so your royal cats. Prince Hakeem, don't boo up the first strong six you meet on the internet and explore your options. It's true, though, And don't bring that stupid conversion table over here with you. Oh, if she's a 3 in the Philippines, she's a 6 in America. Now, don't buy into that. Yeah, Travel Mike. He said, I had a 6 or 7, and I went to Jollibee's, and a 70-year-old had a 9. It's true. I met a guy. His name is Bill. He might be watching this. I met him. He's from California. I don't know how old he is. John said he was 70, 71 or something like that. And in my opinion, he's got a 10. and she's 24 or something like that. The first time I saw them together, I didn't speak to him or nothing. I was getting ready to walk. Well, I was on we were on our motorcycle parking. They had parked before us, and him and his wife, they were going into Gasano Mall, and I said, holy mackerel. Yeah, see, and that's when you say to yourself, you know, it's not equal over here, guys. Don't come over here with that. Hey, Mr. K. He says, good day, Calvin. I'm in a Memphis recording studio now. We'll listen to what I can now and watch the replay. Hey, thank you, Mr. K. Now, you the same Mr. K from Pennsylvania. Are you a singer or something? Phil Pat said 9s are way too young. No, well, some of them are. You know, yeah, you got a point there. But the very first time I came over here, and I wasn't here to meet anybody, one of the two things I did right was I came to Cebu. Second thing was I met 2 girls instead of 1. And the second one I met, she was 41. I promise you, she was a 9. I mean, she was beautiful, man. And she was 41 years old and had, I forgot how many children she had, but man, she was fine. And when we stayed at, I forgot the name of that damn beach resort over in Moncton, Lapu Lapu. Man, she came out in that black polka dot bikini, and she stopped. I mean, she stopped the show, guys. I promise you, man. But she's the one that told me, hey, I'm too old for you. You should be looking for one of these young girls. And see, that was that bird in the hand. I had the bird in the hand. And I let it go. Jeff Dingle said, but if I came for a week or two first, then go to her. Yeah. Well, you might not make it to her. If you do that, Jeff, don't say I didn't warn you. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. Go back and watch my video. Filipinos are waiting in droves for foreign men for this place to open up, man. It is. And they done got competitive now. It's not like when I came over, there was competitive before, but now, man, they don't care if you got somebody now. They're going to shoot their shot. You know. Yeah, Jeffrey Tatter, he says a 3. Yeah, no, it's over here. Hey, Colin B, thanks for joining us, man. Just the BO too. The second dose 28 days later. I saw that movie didn't end well. That's just what I'm telling you they're saying over here. You know, because what's happening is a lot of people aren't getting their second dose. They're not showing up. And then a lot of the LGUs, you know, the local government officials over here, they're using the supply of vaccines that are reserved for second doses. They're using them for first doses. And it's not, now that's not ending well. What's up, Travel Mike? Thanks for the super chat. Me and Calvin agree on some things, but what he is saying about the Philippines is true. No lies detected by me. I wouldn't lie, Mike. I don't have anything to gain from lying. I just give people my experience, my perspective, what I see every day, what I'm living, man, you know, and what I'm experiencing. And when you get over here, you're obviously going to see something else. You're going to see something different, but that we're going to meet at that baseline. You know, when I tell you, you know, stuff like, you know, make sure you exchange money at the airport, or, you know, just little things like that, because the taxi driver doesn't accept dollars and pounds and shillings and all that in francs. You know, he only accepts the peso. See, this is the stuff that I want you to really understand, because your experience is going to be a whole lot different than mine. There's this Hangout Haven says, for your single foreign viewers, Sunshine shows, make sure they clarify the intentions to Filipinos, they might break the hearts of those looking for a long term. I'm not a ladyboy, by the way, to all. Now, everybody knows you're not a ladyboy. This is ain't got hate, but see, that's why I say when you're coming here as a Joe, see, you got all that to worry about, breaking somebody's heart and all of that. See, that goes along with being a Joe, because I did that, even though I really was a John. I met those two girls. The first one, she was locked in to being with me, and after 2 days, I was like, "No, this ain't working." And I tell you, I gave her 7,000 pesos to go back home, and get back on the internet and find somebody else. And boy, she was mad. I'm talking about she was hot. And that's what you have to worry about if you're coming over here as a Joe. If you come over as a John, everything goes. There's no rules, But if but that's true. That's why I say, because I see it all the time, especially when I was living in Cebu. You see all these young girls are pregnant by foreigners. A lot of these women have had babies by foreigners, and, they're no longer with the foreigner. The foreigner ran off or whatever. And some of them never recover, man, because Filipinos, man, they love hard, man. And when you break their heart, a lot of them never recover. And some of them commit suicide, man, over here. Yeah, Terry Davies, that vaccines have an expiration date. Yeah, and that's what you have to be careful of. Now, I was researching that, and it's all over the place. At first, they said 4 weeks, but then they said, no, that's too soon. Now they're saying 8 to 12 weeks. Billy says, how do you handle negative experts? There they complain. I call them overseas foreign wimps. I just avoid them, Billy, because they're over here, man. They complain all the time, always comparing their country to the Philippines. And they spend a lot of money, too, because they're trying to live their Western lifestyle over here. And, yeah, I just avoid them, and you're going to run into them. And that's just how it is. What are you doing? What are you looking for? Your helmet? What? This? This one? These? Which white? This one? This. Oh, okay. You don't want to get on film. And I told you about wearing them tight jeans around here. The other day, she was riding her bike, and a foreigner was with his Filipino, and just kept staring. Eventually hit some steps and rolled over, and the Filipino slapped him back the head, man. See, that's what I'm saying. When you're a Joe over here, that's what you run the gamut of doing. Oh, that's James K. Okay, he's not Mr. K. Okay, sorry. Hey, Gino. JJ says, nice to know this room is on point. My buddy referred me to the channel. Thank you. Mr. K says, how much money would you carry around? I don't carry, man. I've been over here long enough. If I carry 5,000 pesos on me, which is $100, man, that's a lot of money in the Philippines. I don't carry that much. Usually I carry anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500. But, so that's about $30 to about $50. I don't carry any more than that. Sean Reed says, make sure you change money. Like the man says, make sure you switch your cell phone service to T-Mobile or AT&T, as they are one of the only companies that have an international phone number. That's great advice. Or just buy you, if you own your phone outright, just buy you a SIM card over here and just exchange the SIM cards. Like, see my iPhone? I bought this in the United States, but it's mine now. I paid for it. I've got a Filipino SIM card in here, Globe. Or just buy you one of them throwaway phones, man, for about, $6, $7, $10, something like that. Dennis Williams says, I got a 40-year-old and she's an 8 or 9 with 2 kids, one adopted, which is 11, and her own son is 14. She's 5'2". Only wish that she was a little bit taller because I'm slender and 6'3". I love petite women. I'm 5'8". I think my girlfriend's 5 foot or 5'1". I love that. But yeah, you're right. And it just depends on what you like, what you're looking for. But there's a great selection over here, and you're not going to be disappointed. That's for sure. Yeah. He says, stay single and ready to mingle. Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience said, I would have paid to be there to see that head slap. Now, it was funny, though, because he just looking. He wasn't watching where he was going, and he hit that step, and he actually tumbled over. And when he got up, she hit him in the head. Oh, wow, this is interesting here. Jim Jimenez says Canada decided to delay the second dose to 8 weeks and get more people first dose coverage. Eventually, more doses arrive. Canada is over 80% first doses, and 60% fully vaccinated. COVID down dramatically. Yeah. See, at least you got that protection. It doesn't mean you can't catch COVID again, but it's not going to attack you like it would if you were unvaccinated. James Lyon says, yeah, but Calvin, they'll need to carry John money for women. Yeah, if you're going out, if you're going out, on a run, so to speak, then I would take, I'd say, 10,000 pesos, which is $200, to the store, because you got to pay the bar fine, then you got to pay the lady, It's not going to come to 10,000, but, at least you'll know. Then you probably want to go out and get something to eat, maybe something to drink, And you say, well, damn, Calvin, that's a lot of money. You sure that the John pays less than the Joe? Yeah. In the long run, the John pays a lot less than the Joe. Oh, okay. I think he was speaking of when you first exit the plane, how much money to start. I wouldn't exchange no less than 200, because that way it'll give you some time. You'll have enough 10,000 pesos that, and it depends on what time you get there and what day you get there. Because remember, the banks here are closed on Saturday and Sunday. And then, it's not going to be much difference, guys, when you go to these exchange rates the exchange rates are not going to be that different when you go to the malls versus these airports. It's not going to be that much difference. And then remember, you're safe and you're secure. So you got armed guards there. You got people around. You got CCTV. But, when you go out to these money exchange places, man, go in the mall. Go inside the mall. Don't do these ones on the street, because they're playing a lot of games over here now. A lot of that 3-card money type thing, where when they start counting your money out, if, say, for instance, you go there for 50,000, it's going to make it look like it's that, hand of slate type thing. And then when you get back, you only got 40,000. And then some of them are giving you counterfeit money. And then some of them are setting you up to be robbed. Because remember, you're invisible over here, but when you go to the ATMs and stuff like that, the remittance places, they're seeing you then. And that's why, I get it at the airport. No less than 200. Gives you a little time to find out what you want to decide to do. Okay, a stranger in a strange land says there's a PDF explaining some changes to the visa requirements. Okay, but I'm saying just give us something real simple. Like, what's the simple change? Can somebody tell me? Do you need a visa now before you come here? Because at first you only needed a passport to get in the Philippines. Has that changed? See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's telling me go here, go there. What is it? Gino JJ says, when I was there last with my buddy, he pulled out 500 from his account and put in his fanny pack. Even the guards at the bank was like, man, your friend is crazy. Yeah, you are crazy, man. You don't need to account money to be walking around. Yardy No says, hey, Calvin, do you know the best way to withdraw money from PayPal over there? Yeah, it'll be Zoom. It'll be Zoom. You can send yourself money through Zoom, which is owned by PayPal. And they charge you up front, and then they charge you in the back with the exchange rate. But yeah, you can do that. And yeah, the debit card is going to work over here. It's going to work like a credit card. Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience says a lot of ATMs run out of money on weekends. Sometimes you have to travel to 3 or 4 machines before you can get any cash. Now, I'm going to tell you to stay away from the ATM machines. They're very expensive over here. I've got a Fifth Third account in America. It's so ridiculous. And that's one thing I would tell you. Since you got all this time now, find you a good bank account that's not going to charge you these expensive ATM and international fees and stuff like that. Because right now, if I go to the ATM, I don't care if I pull out $2. They're going to charge me $15 because the ATM machine in the Philippines is going to charge you 200 pesos. And then you're going to get charged 200 pesos on your end, then the international fee. I end up paying almost $15, 14 something. Vale's basket case says, I caught my Filipino chatting a toy boy. I sent the messages to her mom and dad. I wouldn't do that, man. You're getting. I'd just rather cut her loose, like James Lyon says. Don't. It's all about saving face over here, man. You may trust me. They commit suicide for less over here. See, Robert Sanford said, I wanted to withdraw $400,000. You don't want to do that, man. Remember, you don't want to be worth more dead than alive. Something like that says the 59-day visa before we leave the U.S. Is that a requirement now? Do you have to do that? Is that what the new change is? Hey, Travel Mike. Thanks for the super chase. I found out that I was married. She had a man before and 2 tomboys. They was messaging her in the USA. Many girls have tomboys to start. Girls and boys. Well, I see that a lot. Her 15-year-old daughter is dating a girl right now. I mean, I don't know if it's just the going through the growing pains, trying to find their identity. I don't know, but they're dating. I don't see anything wrong with it. But, Mike's right. James Lance, I gave my opinion. I said, man, don't do that. Just cut her loose. Don't cause her no problems with her mother and father because, man, they've been known to commit suicide for a lot less than that. And you don't want to bring shame to the young lady like that. Just cut her off, and then listen to people's advice that we're giving y'all. Of course, she's chatting with a toy boy. It's lucky you only caught her with 1. She probably has 2, or 3 or 4. Mark Richards says Charles Schwab willing to reimburse you for the ATM fees once a month. But now, is there some limitations to this, Charles Schwab? Do you have to keep a certain amount in the bank? I heard that if you're out of the country over 6 months, they cancel your account. See, it's all sort of stuff like that. Yeah, a stranger in a strange land says Fifth Third Bank sucks even when you're in America. K. Dallas said, how much money you think you need to have on at all times? If you're a Joe, you're probably gonna need that 5,000. But if you're a John by yourself, you're not gonna need that much, because remember, you're paying for two. You double dipping, K. Dallas, as a Joe. So everywhere you go, you go to the show, and if you go to the movies in Dumaguete, it's 300 pesos for you, 300 for her. But yeah, what's up with this Charles Schwab? Everybody says it, but a guy who has it, he said, Calvin, let your viewers know that you have to keep a certain amount. I think it's 1,500, he said. And then he said, if you're out of the country after 6 months, over 6 months, they'll close it. LaRock's Cooking Adventures. What's up, brother? Go ahead and check out LaRock's Cooking Adventures. He got a legitimate channel. He's growing too. He's monetized now. I hear you, brother. He says, if you're using credit cards over there, find out which cards to use before you get there. All about the interest charges on international transactions. That's true. I've got a Capital One. That's the only one I use, and they do charge me some type of fee. But find out which ones, because let me see. I'm trying to think. The card I had a problem with over here. I want to say my American Express. A lot of places don't take American Express over here. That's why I don't even use it anymore. But Discover, certain places take Discover. But I only use my credit card if I go to the major malls and the grocery stores. That's it. If I go to some restaurant, some fancy restaurant, I pay cash because, the workers, man, you got to keep an honest man honest. They may get your information. Hey, thanks, Tony Collins, for that super sticker. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining us. And King Mufasu says, no visas required for a stay of up to 30 days in the Philippines for tourism, business meetings, or conferences. That's how it's always been. And then you extend your visa, for 59 days and on like that. But they said there's been some changes, different paperwork, but nobody can tell me what it's been. Well, I mean, what the changes are. Hey, guys, hit the like button. Y'all know that helps me. It's free, guys. Come on, we're just helping one another. 247 people watching, 131. Gurkha 9 says no more visa on arrival if new law is passed. You mean you have to have it before you arrive or after, like now? So your passport is no longer going to be valid. Oh, okay, something like that. So yes, it will be a requirement to get the visa before leaving the U.S. Oh, okay. And then that's not going to be hard to do. You have to go to apply to the Philippine consulate. I'm sure you do. That's either in Washington, D.C., or Chicago, Illinois. Or can you do it online? Okay, Frank Ellis said, yeah, it's not 30 days anymore. It's 59 days. No, what you mean? So your passport is good for 59 days? Because any way it goes, when you're over here on a tourist, on your passport, and you go to extend for your first time, it's 59 days. Okay, Randy Parker said the law is not complete, but may have to obtain from the consulate. Oh, okay. Frank Ellis said before you arrive. Okay, Randy Parker said in Houston there's one. I didn't know that, see. Okay, Travel Mike, take care, brother. TJ Johnson says, for me, it might be Alpha and her friend group in exchange for paying some bills. Yeah, right now, everything goes right now, guys. You hear me? Remember, I made that video, Pandemic Booty. I made that for a reason. Everything goes right now. If you were over here now, if I was a John over here now, you're in heaven. Good or bad, whether you agree with it or not, you can negotiate some pretty good rates right now. And just, everything goes now. Nothing's off the table right now. Tony Collins says, show us what you eat like that. It's just regular food, Tony. But I'll go in here real quick. Give me a second. I'm going to show him something. Because I just saw her cut it up. Okay, guys. Here's what I love about the Philippines, right? You're going to get all kind of fresh fruits and vegetables. And I mean, it's just, it runs the gamut. It's all fresh, man. From the market. This isn't Kroger's and all that. And then I'm going to show you something else. What's really healthy and keeps you healthy over here. This. It's fresh fish. Right out of the ocean. That's one thing that you don't get in the West, in the Midwest where I'm from in America. Most of my stuff is that frozen stuff out of Kroger's and different places like that. And over here, it's cheap because they sell it by the kilo. Here's what I want to, one thing that for anybody who is conscious about what you eat, you can easily, in America, in Louisville, Kentucky, I got to go all around looking for all this organic stuff. It's really a headache trying to find the stuff. Over here, it's so easy for you to just eat fresh foods. I'm talking about without ever eating anything processed, man. That's how easy it is. You can do it. And that's what I love about over here. That's why I was able to lose that 30 pounds. Hey, Tony Collins, thank you. Yeah, Jeff, see, I'm eating good over here, man. And you can eat good over here, and it's cheap. Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience, he lost almost 200 pounds. 100, and he went from 321 to now he's under 200. I think it's on his channel. And see, that's the thing about, I warn you guys, when you take your Filipino girlfriend or wife to the United States, every Filipina has a fat woman inside waiting to get out, man. When you get over there and you start feeding all them processed foods, and, you know, McDonald's, the small portions is like this, and, you know, they'll put on a lot of weight to the point where you won't even recognize them. To be honest with you. But how much weight did you lose, Pumpkin Joe? To be honest with you, it's easy to eat over here, man. To eat good. Mr. Chip said, yeah, I lost 40 pounds in 2 weeks. Wow. Una Vita says, I dig my processed food. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying, you know, if you're conscious of that, Pumpkin Joe says, I'm 170, 180 now. He was 321 when he got here. That's a lot. John Stewart says, what are your thoughts on the SRV visa? I turn 35 next month, so I think I'll be eligible for it. I'm planning to move there at the end of 2022. It's just a conscious decision you have to make. I don't want it because I don't want my money tied up over here. I don't have a confidence enough in the system over here to tie up $20,000 to $50,000, and you can't touch it, by the way. They're gonna hold it if they let you buy a property or whatever like that. You know, for that deposit or that investment. You know, because that's going to be your insurance about from not being a burden on the government over here. But, you know, some people like it, you know, because some people don't want to leave. They don't want that 3-year visa run. To me, it's no big deal. I want my freedom, my true freedom, and SRV to me is just not you know, when I first came over here, and see, I'm biased because when I first came over here, and you can look it up in 2009, 2010, it was a run on the banks over here, man. I don't know what was happening, what it was. Jim Gemini said, fat woman inside. Ray Calvin quote. Yeah, it's true, though. All of them, man, you'd be shocked. Because the only reason they're slim over here is because of their diet. Not because they don't eat a lot. It's their diet. 50% of adult Filipinos over here, men and women, they don't get enough protein. And 90% of Filipino adults don't get enough calcium. So that makes their BMI shrink. And that's why you see a lot of thin Filipinos, men and women over here. But you get them over there when they start eating a lot more and eating a lot. My wife put on 60 pounds, man. 60. You hear me? I mean, just, I hate to sound so shallow, man, but it just turned me off, man, really. I think that became like, it's like I was with somebody else. I wasn't with the same woman that I met. I don't know. But that's not the reason why we're not together, because, you know, I still loved her. You know, I still would have, you know, put up with her, but I just felt cheated, man. I was like, you know, man. Univita says, how many square feet is your house going to be there, Big Cow? It's 52 square meters. It's about 569 square feet, which if you see it, and when you see the next update, hopefully a lot. Once all of that scaffolding and stuff is out of the way, you'll see that it's big enough for us. Oh, okay. Smoky Mountain Miler says the new age limit for the SRV is 50 and older. Thank the Chinese for that rule. Yeah, it's a lot of the leading expat group over here is Chinese. Pre-pandemic, it was about 400,000 expats. Dustin Michelle says lobster's cheap over there. I grabbed the biggest one. It was like $20 for two. Here in San Francisco, that's like $200 dinner. Yeah. Now, be careful when you go to places like Boracay, Bohol, and they're selling these lobsters on the beach. They're a lot more expensive. If you can get them at the market, which is it depends on where you are. When you're down in Mindanao, you can get them. They're going to be cheap like that. I was paying $9 when I was in a little place called Lewegan in 2009. They were like $9, man. I mean, for a kilo. Yeah, that's 200. That's 2.5 pounds. I mean, it was cheap. You're talking about sweet. It was delicious. I eat them just about every day, even though it's not good for you, because I love lobster tails. And they would eat all the rest of the parts. Just give me the tail. Yeah, Brad Jones, 60 pounds. That's a lot. She went from, because see, my wife's from Mindanao. And, you know, when people talk about, see, there's no one Philippines, man. This place is vast. It's diverse. And they say, well, where's the ones with curves? They're all over, but there's many of them in Mindanao. My wife was 36 when I met her, but she only weighed 110 pounds. Now, imagine what that looks like in your mind. It's like a freak of nature, man. She was something else, man. And I had never seen anything like that before. And when I brought her to America, man, she put on 60 pounds, man. You know, she still had this and this, but then she had that. And I didn't like that. Yeah, Evan Brown, she was eating good, but she was eating good here, basically, but it was just a combination of what she was eating. See? Yeah, Frank Ellis, she got to be like a heavyweight, man, and I hate that because people are going to look at me like, oh, man, you're shallow. No, men are like that. TJ Johnson says, it kills me how many Filipino Cubans love meat and rice and straight up hate veggies. They think they're going to keep that girlish figure. I'm like, please look at your mom and think about it. Yeah. And that's what happens. And I'm just telling you my boots on the ground experiences. They don't age well over here. And that's just how it is. I don't know if it has to do with the sun beating down on you all the time or whatever it is. But a lot of them don't age well over here. And that's why a lot of guys come over here and they get a young woman. They say, you know, she's going to look good longer. You know, because you go from having a fine looking, that remember the one I told you I met when I first came over here? She was like a 9, she was 41. But 3 years later, when I saw her, she had got big. She went into menopause. I saw her at Ayala Mall. And yeah, she didn't age well. And you know, a lot of people, it's just how men are, man. We're visual. And, you know, that's just how it is, you know. It'd be like your Filipino meeting you over here and thinking you, because this happened to a friend of mine. You're over here on one of these $1 million 2-week runs and she thinks you're rich. And then when you get back to America, she sees that, you know, you're barely scraping by. She's going to get a different view of you. It's the same way, guys. It's just how women are. And that's how men are. Yeah, Dustin, Michelle, $9 is a deal. And I mean, it was sweet. It was delicious. You dip it in that butter, man. It was all over for me. I used to eat it every day. Yeah, Frank Ellis, we're visual. And that's just how we are, man. I didn't create the rules. Yeah, Paul Smith, women don't age well, period. Now, I talked about that on one of my live streams because I looked it up. It has a lot to do with that testosterone. Yeah, has a lot of benefits, man. One, with your skin. It makes it tougher, you know. And yeah, Tony Collins says, how you keep your mind so straight around so many beautiful women. It's because you better make sure you got the woman of your choice over here. That helps, brother. But another thing is you realize that even though these are individuals, their culture is so strong over here that it's really just like you getting a new one with a different face, really. But if you got the right one, Tony Collins, if you got the woman of your choice, I promise you, man, you're not going to have a problem. See? But when you first come over here, you're not going to know. That's why it's going to be a problem for you to look around. Because I promise you this, guy. My son's mother, who I probably should have married, man. But I just got out of an 18-year marriage, a bitter divorce. I wasn't ready to get married, man. She was as fine as they come, man. But because I got over here and I didn't know the rules and everything like that. I was looking around, man. You know, I didn't know I had a good one because they all look good. And, you know, that's what ended up splitting us up. But yeah, if you got the right one, you're not going to have a problem. See, I got the right one now that's going to keep your eye on her. See, you know, my woman's got a nice little shape, man. And that's what, you know, I like, see, I stay in shape. I want a woman in shape. I like that. See, so that, you know, that keeps me honest. You know, and then a lot of times, I'm not ready to start over Tony Collins because a lot of, you know, it's just like, see, a lot of Filipinos are very conservative. Filipinos, period. So a lot of the things that you like to do, you got to teach them to do, and then, you know, they got to practice till they get better. Then once they get better, see now, you know, but why would you? I don't want to start over and have to teach them all over again, and no. Brad Jones says, how do you know if you have found a good one? Well, you'll know, you know, but it's going to take a while. You can't, you're not going to know right away. You know how we say love at first sight and all that. No, you'll know because you'll see how she's respected, how friends respect her, how family respects her. You're going to see she's consistent in her attitude, in her decision making. You're going to know when you got a good one, the way she takes care of herself, because Filipinos are vain, man. They're very vain. If you don't have a vain Filipino, man, you may want to throw her back in. You know, they like to take care of themselves and look good. If you don't got a woman that wants to do all that, man. Frank Ellis said, does your girl work out? Yeah, she works out. She just now started back, you know, because she had the baby. But yeah, we used to work out. Man, we saw my girl before she had that baby, man. That's why she's got the baby. Hey, we didn't want kids. Hey, I could keep my hands off of her. And then, you know, it got so good to her, she didn't want me to, you know, we were using a few different methods, but hell, it got so good to her, she wanted me to keep it in the oven. Terry Dale said lust at first sight. Brad Jones says I made a lot of mistakes. Yeah, I made a mistake. I could go on record and say that. My son's mother, I should have married her because she was a good woman. She did everything right. She was ambitious. She was beautiful. She knew how to do everything but cook. She couldn't cook, but I could have overlook that, though. Univita says, am I going to have issues with the electricity like a PS3 there? I hear it is a different voltage. Yeah, you're going to have to bring if you buy it from there. If you buy it from here, no problem. But yeah, you're going to have to get that adapter, the voltage regulator or something. Sam Champion, see, this is a great point. He said, guys, keep in mind, if you've got roaming eyes, like many of us do have, remember this, all the shines ain't gold. If you find a 10, hold on to it and tame those roaming eyes. It gets no better. Yeah. I did a video, good woman over here is as good as it gets. But we're going to have roaming eyes, guys. Wear a good pair of sunglasses. Strike out on your own every now and then to get that done, because it don't matter. You tell them I'm going to the store, then that's when you get you feed that roaming eye that you got. Yeah, TJ Johnson, yeah, she wanted me to keep it in the oven, and that's what happened, man. LaRock's Cooking Adventure said she need to watch LaRock's Cooking Adventure. Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience says you can always find a gorgeous bodied woman, but finding one who is the right long-term fit for you is a bit harder. Yeah, it is. But you will know it. You'll know because you'll see how you get along, how y'all interact. Because I'm going to tell you something. I put this on here if you don't believe me. One of the first things, you can't read this, but it says you can take the Filipino out of the Philippines, but you can't take Philippines out of the Filipina. See, some of the differences over here, some of the ways are going to drive you crazy. And you may get a 10, but some of her ways are going to drive you crazy. Like one thing that I'm trying to get my girlfriend better at, because I've already told her it caused me a lot of stress, is paying the bills on time. It's a difference if we didn't have the money, but they just move at their own pace, at their own time. And that drives me crazy, but she's gotten a lot better with it. See, like the water bill. Okay. See, now because of the pandemic, if you late on your water bill or your electric bill, they don't charge you a fee. So our bill, and she knows it now, so she's internalized it and she's taking advantage of it. But it bothers me. It was due July the 21st. She just paid it yesterday, August the 2nd. See, that ain't gonna get it with me. It drives me crazy. But that's one of the things, because what happens when the pandemic's over and you've already created that habit of paying your bills late, you're just throwing away money over here. Dustin Michelle said, I purchased my lady's dad a $50 grinder. It caught fire after 1 minute, he said. Yeah, you got to be careful over here. Now, your phones, your laptops, those chargers already have it built in. You don't have to worry about that. But, yeah, PS3s and stuff like that, yeah. And see, like Pumpkin Joe said, Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Express said, in fact, most electronics now auto switch. Check, though. I blew the power adapter on an old Nintendo Wii. Yeah. I tell you what, TJ, it's hard. It gets hard because it gets good, man. And but see, and I know that most of men on here now. See, me and my wife, we had our own, because people always wondered, why don't y'all have any more children after our first son? We had our own birth control, man. She swallowed everything, Dad, and then every now and then, she liked the back door. She liked me go through the back door. And we're just being honest, guys. We're adults. I'm not trying to be nasty or something like that. People like stuff like that. And that's why, she never got pregnant again. It's just how it is. Brad Jones said that many guys have a harem of women anymore. Not over here, man. It's kind of hard. You know, the guy was talking about the Coconut Network. The Philippines is vast and diversity it's small. The internet's made it small. I guarantee you that eventually you got friends. That's why she friends all of your friends when you start dating her on Facebook. It's just some kind of way, man, they find out. Carl Vaughn says, why do most people date Filipinos from province or small city and not ones that are already established? Because it's not that many already established. It's a very small, see, that's American thinking, Western thinking, Carl Vaughn, but that's a good question. Because it's a very small pool of women who are already established. What do you mean already established? You know, my woman here, man, has a real 4-year degree. She's a bookkeeper. She has every connection in this city, man. Hey, but hell, she's still only earning about 7,000 pesos a month, man. Come on. You know, see, that's what I'm saying. When y'all talk about established, that's that old American thinking, man. This isn't America. She was established as far as established was going to be. Can't see you. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's such a very, very small. You got to realize, Carl, that 2/3 now, 2/3 of the population over here work for about $2 or less. Okay, then you got that next level. There's not much over that. Then you got the middle class. Then you got the established, what you're talking about. TJ Johnson, Calvin, keep it real, give that real nitty gritty. That's the only way to make sure you're not going to. It's true, and that's what, you know, I'll just be honest with you guys. Some people can't handle the nitty gritty. That's why we never had any more children. Yeah, Carl Barnes, but it only seems like it's a lot. But when you put it up against the men coming over here and the women already over here, because a lot of us, that doesn't matter to us. We just want a good woman. We don't care if she's established or not. It doesn't make it any different. I've been with established women like I am with one now and with ones who are not established. It feels the same to me. That's just that American thinking. Look at my woman, she's better than yours, a trophy type of thing. It makes you think that you're somehow better than me. You're not. But if you want a woman that's established, good luck finding one, because they're few and far in between over here. Yeah, Robert Sample, he said every hole counts in my book. But but we never told anybody that. That was our secret. That was our birth control. And see, that's what makes me so mad about. See, that's the thing about, remember I tell you, I said, you can come over here, you can be 5'3", 280, no teeth, one eye, and be a dishwasher at Howard Johnson's and get you a Filipino, but at what cost? And I said, we were together for 10 years, but really 8 years of bliss, okay? And I taught her everything, see? And it was a great sacrifice on my part. Money, my time, a great investment. And now that she enjoys herself, it's some clown over there in America right now getting that for free. See what I'm saying? And that's the only thing that it pissed me off at first. But we've been, separated for 2 years now. But that drove me crazy, man. To think that somebody over there is getting all of that. Because you don't get that over there. Not for free. You don't. And he was getting it for free, man. A truck driver. And I'm like, women always do that. They always downgrade for some reason. Men try to upgrade. Women, they downgrade. I think they do it on purpose. TJ Johnson says, as someone that used to live in Makati, for quite a while. A lot of those girls are established with someone else's money. Yeah, and it doesn't make a difference, guys. Get that Western thinking out of your man. If you do, you're in for a long time over here, man. You're gonna waste your time coming over here. That's Western thinking, man, and it doesn't add up to a hill of beans over here. You know, nobody comes over here looking for an established woman. What do you want that for? What difference does it make? Trust me, it all feels the same. Okay, those beef curtains, that salt is placed on her, it feels the same whether she's established or not. Take my word for it. The nappy dugout, they don't care if she got a college degree or a high school diploma, man. My son's wife, my first son's mother had a high school diploma. I would not have traded her for any established woman, man. That's that old American thinking, guys. Don't fall for that, or you're gonna miss out on a lot of good women over here. That's crazy. Oh yeah, Carvon, there's nothing wrong with that. And that was a great question, but I answered it. It's very you're looking at a very, very tiny pool of women, and it doesn't make a difference. Would it make a difference, man? When you come over here, I promise you, as a new guy who's never been over here, and you see some of these women, they're so beautiful, they're so sexy, they're so exotic, you've never seen them before. It's not going to matter to you whether she's established or not. It's not going to matter, man. Is she a good woman? Is she going to respect you? You know, can you get along with her? That's going to be more important because it doesn't matter to us, guys. Hey, Walter Brown, what's going on? He says, "Hey, Calvin, how you doing?" He says, "How you doing, brother? I got a question. If you stay longer than 30 days in the Philippines, is there a fee? I know you have touched on it, but just ask." Okay, thanks in advance. It is. You have to extend. Now you have to extend your visa. It becomes that visa after 30 days. But you don't want to wait until day 30 because pre-pandemic, they would give you problems with that. They wouldn't let you do it. So the first time I went there, the guy told me, he said, come about a week before your 30 days is up and extend, you know. But yeah, it's a fee. And once you're there after 59 days and you get that ACR, it's going to cost you a little bit more. Normally for me, it's 2,800, but every year, 2,800 pesos, which is about $60, a little bit less than $60. But every year I have to renew my ACR card. And when I go in there, instead of 2,800, I usually pay something like 6,200. Yeah, so Walter, yeah, you have to do it. Pumpkin Joe says, don't feel too bad. It's if he's a truck driver, he's barely ever home. He's stressed when he's on the road, Brother Cal. Yeah, but see, the point of it was he didn't make all them flights over here. See, he doesn't deserve, he didn't earn that, is all I'm saying. You know, it's free, it came free to him, man. And I know he was shocked. Hey, Una Vida, thanks for the super chat. Said, when you think the Philippines are going to open, they can stay closed forever. I'm not even going to try to guess that anymore, Una Vida. It's just anything can happen over here, but I can tell you it's not going to happen in 2021. We're already in August already. See, when I made that video back in February about Philippines won't open in 2021, oh, I called hell. People were mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger, guys, okay? But yeah, that's what pissed me off, Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience. He did not earn the right for that. You know, man, ain't too many women over there doing that, especially on the first night. He's probably getting it like that on the first night. And he drove me crazy for a little while until I was able to, you know, find the substitute. Okay, Walter Brown said, thanks, bro. Hopefully, if I hit Cebu, I can hit you up. Yeah, I'm not far from Cebu. Pumpkin Joe said we live in a condo in Saycon in Cebu. There were a lot of ladies living there, but they're the women of OFWs. Yeah, the side chick of some local or foreigner. Yeah, see, and that's why that don't let that established get you in trouble over here. You know that's going to be a red flag. You better look into that established women over here. Now, Sean Reed, he's getting that for free over there. They're so naive like that. Remember, see, Philippines, they don't care. All they want is a man. You know, she told me, you know, because I was shocked. I told you, remember that critical Filipino theory, you think you know them. And, you know, I thought, you know, that she had enough self-esteem. She thought enough about herself that she wouldn't just, you know, throw herself at somebody. But that's what happened. You know, she's a human being. But no, he's getting that for free because I'm going to tell you why. I've had to pay her rent twice. I just sent her $100 not long ago, but it's my wife still. And I'm responsible for her for 3 more years unless she gets married. Hey, my own Buntag. Oh, thanks, brother. He says, I love the house you built. Thanks, Walter Brown. No, Sean, he said, bro, you still got to thank for your old lady. I don't. It's just, I said, for 2 years, we've been split up. I'm just that type of guy, Sean. That's how I was raised. Remember, I don't want her over there struggling like that because I feel responsible, man. I can't sleep at night. So she calls me and says, hey, you know, can you help me with my rent? Okay, here. If I got it, but if I don't, I don't. But that's just how I am. No, it's not. And I'm funny about stuff like that. See, I don't care how much I love you, how strong our relationship was, how long we've been together. Once you lay down with somebody else, that's it. That's just my rules. I've been like that my whole life. And I'm just telling you the truth. That's the nitty gritty. Frank said, Cal, all your training was in vain. No. It wasn't. I had 8 years of bliss, man. I promise you that. 8 years, man. Was it worth the heartbreak? No, it wasn't. Because when I went into it for a lifetime. You know, when I decided I wasn't never going to get married again, man. I had to come out of an 18-year marriage. It was a bitter divorce. I was never going to get married again. So when, you know, we hooked up and we were compatible and everything like that, I was in it for the long haul, you know. But no, it wasn't. No. I'll tell you what, man. They give you so much pleasure, but it still wasn't. It didn't go in vain, but it wasn't worth it. Are you training your current? Absolutely. You have to train them. They don't know anything. All they know is wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And they will tell you that, Frank Ellis. I'm just saying. Yeah, Mr. Chip, that's 10-year financial responsibility is real. It's called an affidavit of support for any Joe who wants to bring his girlfriend over there or marry her here and bring her there. You've got a 10-year commitment. See? And, you know, I just don't want her to struggle over there because I know she's going to lie to her family over here to save face. You know, I know she's struggling because I'm not there, you know. And those guys over there, they just want what they can get for little or nothing, you know. Eventually, she'll probably meet somebody and, you know, who will take care of her. But for the last 2 years, that's not been the case. Una Vida says, word on the street is that Medellin is the land of spring. Mr. Chip says, you're a dying breed, brother. Well, thank you, man. I'm going to take that as a compliment. But see, when I stopped drinking, man, I stopped drinking over 23 years ago. I wanted, man, I really wanted a peace of mind, man. I wanted all that noise to stop inside my head. And that comes from, you know, your conscience, man. And so if helping her every now and then, because it's not every, she's got a good job there. She makes about $15 or $16 an hour, but still not enough. If that's all I got to do is help her every now and then to make that noise stop in my man, I'll do that. I really want a new life. I don't want a new address, Mr. Chip. Gino JJ says I don't do leftovers. Well, you're gonna have a hard time, man, because they're getting younger and younger over here. Walter Brown says, "See, that's a real man, my brother." Yeah, I try to be now. I want, and that's my son's mother, man. I won't ever want him to think I mistreated his mother. Yeah, a lot of lazy bums over there. Yeah. Yeah, Carl Vance. He said, "I don't blame you, Cal. She's still a baby mama," and that's what I'm looking at. And I don't want her to struggle over that if I can help her. Pumpkin Joe, Philippines Prince said, "Everybody is someone's leftover." Yeah, see, and that's a double standard too, brother Gino. Because I'm gonna tell you, you're a leftover unless you are a virgin. You are leftover. Yeah, Christina Sampson says that Gino JJ, you somebody's leftover. That's right. I don't look at it like that. That's too shallow, man, for me. I'm shallow enough, but yeah, that's too shallow. CS says, you have no responsibility to help your ex-wife. Yes, I do. And guess what? If she hits rock bottom over there and goes on welfare and food stamps and getting AFD or anything like that, I've got to pay that back. Yeah, evidently, you don't know anything about that affidavit of support. 10 years, man. So she doesn't become a ward of the state. Smoky Mountain Model said virgins are a lot of hard work. Yeah, but he's not. Gino's not a virgin. And that's why when guys come over and say, "I don't want a single mother." But yeah, you've got 5 kids by 3 or 4 different women. To be honest with you. The problem is people make mistakes, especially women over here. They Filipinos, man, they so trusting. And sometimes they just trust the wrong person, man. That's all it is. Her story's not mine to tell, so I won't tell it. But, it was what happened to her happens a lot, man, over here. Christina Sampson said, "Don't play Neil." Yeah. And she's right. See, that's the nitty gritty, Christina. I'm glad. But yeah. Kim said, "I wish I was more women's leftovers, but I'm not done yet." Yeah. But we come over here with that mindset, guys. We can't do it. You're going to cheat yourself. It's a double standard. You want this perfect woman over here, but you're not perfect. See, that's what I'm saying. That's that critical Filipino theory that we've got to get rid of. We think that they're going to accept me no matter what. No, they want a good man too. They want somebody to look good, take good care of themselves, somebody they can be proud of. They really don't want a man who's divorced with grown kids, but they're not as shallow as we are. See, and they will, they'll weigh it up. But we'll come over here with that old crazy stuff, man. Say, "Oh yeah, I'm 5'3", 280 pounds, dishwasher from New Albany, Indiana, with no teeth and one eye, and think I've got the pick of the litter over here." Okay. Brad Jones says, "I like the idea of a virgin." Well, there's a lot of virgins over here. I did a video on that. But I had one over here, man, but I didn't want no more of it. It's just not something that, you can't just keep having virgins over and over, because the law of averages says you're not going to be with her for the rest of your life. It says you're going to end up probably, splitting up somewhere down the line. Then there you go again looking for another virgin. No, I'm not a Captain Saver. John Reed, you're not listening. Dude, I signed a 10-year affidavit of support. Maybe you're missing that. All right? I'm responsible. Okay? Now, if I let her go and she goes on down that rabbit hole and has to go and apply for, Obamacare and food stamps and all that, they're coming after me, man. And they will take your passport for that if you're in America. I don't want that headache, okay? But evidently you're missing that, man. So we'll let that go. And it's me. I'm not Captain Save or nothing. I know what I'm saying with that government, and I know my responsibility. And a lot of guys don't understand that when they bring a woman over there. You get lucky some kind of way, and where she never has to go on welfare or anything like that. And then maybe you don't have a conscience. But I do. Hey, John Gomez, thanks for that super chat. He said, hello, everyone. Johnny Ventura died here in DR at the age of 81. Training for a tour. He was a great merengue superstar and family man. Wow. I never heard of him. Rest in peace, Johnny Ventura. Walter Brown says, he is. Miss that, Calvin, that are coming for you. You Captain, save yourself. Clayton Murray said you need to padlock the fridge, Cal. No, you ain't going to do that, man. Because one thing they do, they go out with that support group all the time. And they either go out to restaurants or they go to each other's house once or twice a month. And they eat a lot. They even eat a lot over here. That's one thing that's going to surprise you. You're going to think, like, you come over here, like, I thought that Filipinos were starving over here. Nah, they eat a lot over here. They eat too much. And what you're going to have to do, hey, thanks, Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience. Yeah, I got about 7 minutes. I'm going to get off here. Buffalo Dan, he said that affidavit support is like spousal support prearranged through the U.S. government. That's all it is. But don't try to be this men going their own way, red pill tough guy and think you just going to say, oh, it don't mean anything. Yeah, it means something. And they'll snatch up your passport once you get, because the minute she goes on food stamps and all that, they're not going to hit you. You'll get that letter once she's about 3,000 or 4,000 in the red. Then they snatch your passport because 2,500 in arrears gets that passport taken, and they will take it. Adam Chenoweth said, I don't want a virgin. I'm tired of teaching. I'll gladly take some leftovers. If her heart is already broken, she ain't expecting a Disney fantasy. Yeah, and she's going to appreciate you a lot more. That's what I know. See, it's a lot of guys running around here thinking they got virgins because they believe what the Filipino tells them. Oh, you're my first boyfriend. And, Filipinos are small and, it may feel like that. Are y'all going to the doctor? Booby's got to go to the doctor. She's running a fever. And in actuality, they're not, but if it makes you feel good, then fine. But me, I don't want that head. It's a headache. Dustin Michael or Michelle says, Deval getting the vaccines 2 steps forward. Yeah. Matthew Hansen says, hey, Calvin, and they make a lot of food. Yeah. And see, that's one thing that me and my soon-to-be ex-wife used to get in a lot of arguments about. It's only me, her, and our son. And man, she would cook so much food. And it would go to waste. Hey, thanks, Walter Brown. Yeah, she's running a little fever. I think she's cutting teeth. Sean, now I can't force her to come back here. See, once she's over in America, once they get over there, they got so much. The U.S. government has so many protections in place that you can't force anybody to do anything over there. Hey, thanks. Uno Vita says for the super chat, said get moonshine and yourself a drink on me. Okay, I'll buy me I'll drink them blue waters. I'll get John a beer because I don't drink. I stopped 23 years ago. But thanks, brother. Buffalo Dan says single moms are some of the most giving women to please you. Just an option. It's true. But we come over here, and it's okay. It's no right or wrong, because we all want what we want. Some guys don't want a single mother. That's all right. But a lot of times, you're not going to get a virgin. She may not have no kids, but you certainly ain't going to get a virgin. I'm telling you what I'm seeing over here. Women will tell you they're virgins in a minute because they think that somehow, it improves their stock. It makes you want them even more, and y'all fall for it. Frank L said once they come here, they're ruined for life. A lot of them are. You're not going to get them back. Remember I was telling you about the guy, Carlos, in our group, our Facebook group. He met the woman, came over here for his 2 weeks. They got married, went back, did the CR1. She stopped in New Jersey first and then came to Florida. He spent 1 week with her and she was gone, see. And from that day to this day now, he's been trying to get her deported. That was over 4 years ago. It's not going to happen. She's protected now. And she don't need him to get her removal conditions. Yeah, she can apply for citizenship, but it doesn't mean anything if she gets citizenship or not, Sean. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It is after 5 years she can get her citizenship. But what good? That 10 years is 10 years, okay? I don't understand why you don't get that, man. It's 10 years, brother, okay? I ain't even going, let's not get away from that anymore. Frank L said, I don't do single moms. Sorry. And a lot of times, you'll think they're single moms because here's what happens. The kids is living with the parents in the province, guys. Look, okay, so don't be afraid to go and visit the family. But if she tells you she doesn't have children, doesn't mean that she doesn't have it. All right? Because a lot of times they do. Because a lot of times, my girlfriend, my son's mother, she told me that. She said I don't have a son. She said I don't have children. But once we got together, see, her conscience got to her. And she said, yeah, I got a son. He lives with my mother in the province. And they'll do that, man. So. Yeah, Dan said, if them beef curtains are inside out, she ain't no virgin. And not only that, if it gets too wet and, and you're getting in and out of there too easy, she's not, she's probably a single mother. Okay, Trucker B said, hello from the VO Go Cars. I've been 5 times and I always say, next time I'm coming back single. Yeah, it's addicting though, Trucker B. And you find yourself coming back and forth. A guy from Austria told me that. Said, young man, you're going to get addicted to this place. First time I was over here. Yeah. Gary Lafferty says you're responsible. 10 for her support. 10 years affidavit of support. Yeah. But by the time you get the letter in the mail, you're already 3,000 or 4,000 in the red, and they're going to snatch the Homeland Security is going to snatch your passport. Okay, Frank. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. I'm just saying sometimes they have, but yeah, you want what you want. Some guys want a slim, My next door neighbor, the one I told you that got in Cebu, that got beat out of that 250,000 pesos. If they wasn't just rail thin, he didn't want them, man. I was like, man, but that's what he wanted. What's up, Papa Smurf, the OG, Manhattan in the house? Yeah, he wanted them real thin. I like them slim, but I don't like them real thin. I mean, I met a young lady in Cebu one time. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was after I was married. But my wife and my son, they were down in Zamboanga. We just got here. They went to Zamboanga. I forgot why I had to stay in Cebu. Oh, yeah. It was about my son's CRBA. Well, anyway, I met a young lady at the mall. And she was slim, but she didn't look that slim with her clothes on, man. When she got back, man, I'm talking about I could feel all of her bones and everything. It was just a turnoff to me, man. I mean, really. But it was good. But, man, I just, you got to have some shape to you. Yeah, Evan Brown, I like them big body girls, Cal. Yeah, slim, thick is the ticket, Cal. Yeah, see, that's what I like. See, my woman now, she's about 5'1", 115, 120 pounds. See, that's what I like. She can take a licking and keep on ticking, so to speak. And you got to have that. Because sometimes the front door is locked. I may have to go through the back door, and you got to have some cushion to handle that. Yeah, the only ribs I like to see is prime ribs and shrimp. Yeah, a little cushion for the pushing. But you're going to see that, there's petite, when you go to, like I said, remember I was telling y'all, I went to the bus station, the bus terminal, and these young girls, man, I'm going to tell you, man, it's just some knockout, just regular looking women here, man. They're not going to be wearing a whole lot of makeup. They're not going to be carrying Gucci bags and stuff like that, man. They're just going to have on probably some 20 peso okay jeans, probably some shoes that's too big, and an old blouse smells like it came from the Goodwill. But, man, they're going to look good as hell, man. I tell you, they just knock you out good looking, man, and you'll be like, wow. That's just how it is over here, man. That's what I say. J.H. said, leave Big Shirley in the U.S. Yeah, exactly. Y'all don't like them real little like that. Brian Andrews says, why don't you ever show your girlfriend Cal? Well, y'all know the trolls are busy with me. They already came after her. And it's her decision, man. That's her story to tell. I won't tell it. But I promise you guys, Sunshine Shoulders is not going to have a dud. I'm Sunshine Shoulders, man. I'm almost like a celebrity over here, man. But it's not really all about looks, guys. I promise you, it's not about looks. What you want, you don't want a 3, okay? Because a 3 over here is a damn 3. Don't bring that old effed up conversion table over here. A 3 over here is a 3. But if you got a 6 or 7, something like that, and you get along with her real well, she knows how to cook, she doesn't have a reputation, you can trust her, she's honest, man, you stick with that. And that's just how it is, man, Yeah, John Wells, they don't need makeup. If you met one with makeup, you avoid them, yeah. That's how they get us online. Una Vita said, you preach it, Cal. Yeah, I'm just telling you the truth. Oh, okay. Papa Smurf, the OG says, word has it starting in August, you will need visa also to enter the Philippines, not after you enter. Yeah, but it's not going to be a difficult process. And really, to be honest with you, Papa Smurf, it's going to give you more peace of mind, really. Now, you don't have to run up there after 30 days, or 21 days. You're going to have that whole 59 days or whatever it is, Yeah, Cal Devin, I'm not going to bring her on. It's up to her, and it's just not part of the program. But I'm going to tell you, man, guys over here, man, you can just take it for granted, man, that the women that they're with are nice-looking women, man, by any standards. I didn't come all the way over for a 3. I'm not going to settle for a 3. That's just how it is, man. I'm sorry. You can call me shallow. You can say whatever you want to say, and then she's not going to settle for a $300 retirement pension either. It works 2 ways, guys. Remember, y'all. Yeah, TJ Johnson, because the 3 over here is the damn 3. But they'll try to, they would try to sugarcoat it and bring that old messed up conversion table over here. Well, let's see if she's a 3 over here, she's a 6 in America. No, it don't work over here, guys. Hey, thanks, Harold Kemp, for that super chat. He said, have a protein drink on me, Cal. Looking jack, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah. A lot of this is genetics, Harold. I told you I don't know what I'm doing. They had me jacked up, man, down in Zamboanga, man. I had some real personal trainers, man. I got so big, my girl said, nope, get off that. She was walking behind me, man. My back was this wide. She said, I don't like that. You're too big. Yeah, Terry Deb, you're right. Love is beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and I guess love is too. But, all that old stuff you can leave over in America, man, because I don't want a 170-pound, Filipina, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. Mr. Chip said, Manila, I stood out like a sore thumb. I'm 6'2". Sean Reed says, been to the Philippines. Never thought about bringing the Filipino back, nor do I plan to. I fish 6 months a year in the Bering Sea and plan on retiring the other 6 months in Boracay for the next 10 years. That sounds like a great plan, especially the Boracay part, because even though Boracay is supposed to be the tourist trap, if you come over here and you don't see Boracay, guys, you wasted your time. You need to see Boracay. Even if you don't see even if you don't see Palawan, see Boracay. Jim Withers, I that's not bad. He said, I told my Filipino wife, your job is to keep my tummy full and my balls empty. Yeah. And me and my wife used to always, and even, my girlfriend, sometimes I tell her, empty my sack before I go to bed. Cal Devin said, I want somebody to help me push my jeepney when it starts. Yeah. Well, you can hire somebody, you can hire your nanny, but not for the poo nanny. I left all them old big and beautiful, them BBWs and all that at home, man. Yeah, Paul Smith said, I guess most Western men stand out there. I certainly do. That's why I'm telling you, I was telling John, I said, well, hell, the police wanted to, maybe that's why the police hasn't stopped me and asked me where I live, because I stick out like a sore thumb. They're like, well, hell, we don't even have to get his name and where he lives. We can easily find him because they haven't asked me. But I just want guys to know that when you come over here, that you have never been over here, man, you're going to have a great time. This is a place, man, especially if you're looking for a woman, man. You're just going to see some exotic women over here. And that's what makes it fun, man. Everywhere you go, you're going to see one that looks better than the last one. So TJ said it at the beginning, guys, get that run out of you if you're talking about being a Joe, because if not, you're going to be changing them in every other day, man. And you really don't want to do that over here, because after a while, the internet makes this place small. Yeah, Brand Nichols, the USA is full of BBWs if you want that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I didn't come over here for that. They can have all of that. Some guys like that. I don't know if they really like it. They just say that because that's an excuse for not going after somebody else. I like them big boned women, and I don't like all them old stretch marks and all them old dimples in their butt and all that stuff. I don't like that, man. I'm sorry. Buffalo Dan says BBWs hate on me and my wife in the USA. She's 4'9", 70 pounds. Pure hate burning through the back of my head, especially from the sisters. Yeah. You're going to get that. You're going to get the stares, man. It's like, and not even from the sisters, from the brothers, like, oh, yeah, well, you don't love yourself. You go over to the Philippines, you don't love yourself. You don't love black people. You hate yourself. That's why you want an Asian. No, I was married to a beautiful sister for 18 years, man, but I found a piece of heaven over here. I'm going to hold on to it. I don't care. I don't have to, prove my blackness to nobody over here, man. That's why I came over here, man. I have no access to grant. I have nobody's permission over here. I came over here and it was, I wasn't going back and I wasn't going nowhere else. I said, this is what I like. And, that's it. Oh, yeah, RLV says, sir, please support our female boxer, Nesdy Patesho from Davao, going for the gold today. Yeah, I hope she wins. Now, it's going to be a tough fight because she's already fought the lady 3 times. The Japanese beat her twice. She beat her once. Yeah, Gino, they hate us, man. Yeah, CS said, yeah, they say they like thick women till they take off their clothes, and then else you got to go somewhere to like a concert with her and all them fine women all around you and you sitting there with this big and beautiful. See, my mother was little. Maybe that's why. Have I had my share of big BBWs? Yeah. Yeah, TJ says that out loud. I don't entertain ashy ass comments like that from folks in the States. I date across the board back home too, and everyone else always has something to say. Yeah, and that's what they said to me. You hate yourself. That's why you over there, dating, Asian women, blah, blah, because you can't get a woman over here. Let me say this one time, guys, before I get off of here. As if American women are the standard, guys. Look, that's some crazy thinking right there. American women make up only 2% of the Earth's population. If you want to limit yourself to that, okay, that's fine. But to tell me that I'm somehow weak because I went out here and want to take a look at the other 98%, by the way, then, hey, that's your kind of thinking, man. It's crazy. Hey, Alchemist, 89. He said, cheers from New York, Calvin. He said, glad I was able to catch the stream this time. Thanks, brother. I'm glad you could join me. Mr. Chip said, yeah, don't take them to water parks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To the beach. Then, see, because you're always trying to hide them. You notice how they always go over their house at night. You ain't trying to see her in the daytime. Only when your love comes down. See, I'm real about it. I'm not going to take you, then you got on, them big bloomers. I want a woman that can wear some Victoria's Secrets if I choose to go out and buy it. Or a bikini. I don't want a woman, them big old bloomers and the big, that's just not me, man. Terry Depp says, yeah, we've all had the BBW, Cal. Yeah, we just don't tell our friends. It's true, man. I don't want all that, though, today. I'm going to just be honest. You know, it's better to be honest now. Because I ain't got, you know, y'all keep saying, with our height, we stick out like sore thumbs over here. Yeah, but a BBW sticks out like a sore thumb, like a damn sore foot. I don't want them. I'm sorry. Yeah, Gino said parachute panties. They just, I don't know. And then, you know, they say, you know, but they've got some of the cutest faces, you know. But hell, your face is only 5% of who you are. It's the 95% I don't like, you know. And then wearing them big extra large tampons, man. I don't like that stuff, man. You know, when they on their period, you can see that big, looks like a damn, like they got on wearing a damn diaper. I don't like that, man. You know, what I don't know don't hurt me, man. I don't like to see all that. Yeah, Paul Smith, but you know I'm telling the truth. It's crazy, man. Oh my God. Y'all guys know that it's real, but see, y'all gotta have me to say it, but y'all just thinking it. Yeah, man, I don't like that, Roy. It's just too much, man. JS teddy bears are cute too. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't like it, man. I hate it. You know, and we like what we like, man. You know, it's just how it is, guys. And you know, so y'all can hate on me or whatever. You know, people can get mad at me, but they like what they like too. But I don't want it, man. I don't like them thunder thighs. Yeah, I don't like all that, man. You know. And then, you know, because you got to lift up that stomach, you know, and then put it in. And so it's like it's too much work for me, man. You know. And then you see them with them blue jeans on, you be like, what's that? It looks like an inner tube. It looks like an inner tube around their waist. I don't know what it is. You see it when they put on their blue jeans. You see the stomach, then you see the belt, but then it's a big thing like that around. I don't want that, man. But yeah, guys, it's getting late, man. I got to get out here because we got to go to the store. They getting ready to lock us down. So we're going to go to the store and get everything. But I appreciate it. Lynn San Diego 102 said they call it a muffin top. I don't know what they call it, but I don't like it, Lynn. Buffalo Dan said yoga pants don't fit right. Y'all crazy. Cal Demon said it's called something to boot. Wonders of Life said lift the hood on the car. Yeah, it's the same thing, man. I don't like it. You know, you got to push that up and then you trying to do something like that. Yeah. No, it's not a girdle. That's what they need is a girdle. You know, yeah, everybody wants to be with a hottie, but it's the same thing with women. You know, that's why I was telling them, Lynn, that don't come over here thinking you can just look like anything and be with a Filipino because she's not going to be with you long. And that's the truth. Oh, man, it's funny, guys. Papa Smurf said it looks like a busted can of biscuits. I don't know what it looks like, man, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. And they can't hide it. It's something I don't like. Brown bag special. Carl Vaughn said BBWs cook better than Filipinos. He said, but even better if the Filipinos are BBW. No, I didn't come over here for that, Carl. I'm sorry. AC King says a drunk guy once told me, he said the perfect woman was 3 feet tall with handlebars for ears with no teeth and a flat head. To set your beer on. Yeah, man, I better get out of here, guys. Look, thank y'all so much for the super chats, the super stickers. Y'all crazy, man, on this channel. Y'all got me rolling today, man. I ain't gonna lie. Thanks for the super stickers, super chats, the thumbs up, man. You know, thank y'all for your kindness, your generosity, support of my channel. I'm going to give y'all an update probably in the morning on the house. But yeah, Frank Ellis, you know, after you've been over here, man, there's no going back, man. Once you go brown, you're going to stick around. See? And that's what happened, man. I went brown. But yeah, guys, take care. Let me put on, for anybody that's not hip to the theme song. Hey, thanks, man.
The real Mr. Greg J. Boots on the ground.
Hey, thanks, Cal David. Hit me up later, man.
Real Mr. Greg
Cause
J.
you about 14 hours behind me.
Boots on the ground.
Hey, come on out, TJ, but
Greg J.
I don't think you're gonna be able to get in here, man. To be honest, TJ,
Real Mr. Greg J.
they can ready to shut everything down.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah, TJ, I don't think you're gonna be able to make it here. They can ready to shut everything down. Oh, okay, Frank Ellis said check out that song I sent you in the chat. Okay, guys, she's looking through the screen. I gotta go. Thank y'all for everything. I appreciate it. Check out my new video if y'all didn't already. The benefits of being a Joe, because it's some benefits now. Okay.